suggest
right.
to you, this is the plan, this is the best way to achieve our goal in 6 days or less. This is how we did it when we set the last transcontinental record, because he was on a group that did that.
Right.
So this is what I'm advising you to do, and people did not take that under advice.
You had the one person that wanted to change, and you had people that were adamant not to change?
Yeah, and then the troops got rallied, and then again, people started making decisions based on what they wanted, and so then once one person gets off the bike and doesn't get on, or once one band doesn't show up at the appointed location at the appointed time, it's a race. You can't just stop.
So talk about the stress on the crew. So did the stress on the crew increase once the stress on the riders, once the riders were doing what they were doing?
Well, yeah, because you're trying to accommodate them so they can keep going. When there's a quick turnaround, 45 minutes, and they're all in this 45-minute rotation, it's just keeping things like slotted and filled and letting them rest.
Right.
Well then, because one guy gets sick, so now you're trying to manage him and get him taken care of, but you still have to do all the other stuff you had to do anyway.
Right.
Then you get him back on the bike, it's fine. Okay, now we're going to do this 4-hour blocks, we're going to be 4 hours ahead. This van is going to go somewhere and sleep for 4 hours. You need to restock both these vans before the next turnover.
So there was one point you were telling me that you were without sleep for 2 days,
Yeah,
and
about 2.5 days.
maybe had a banana or an apple.
Yeah, I didn't eat, not a meal, coffee and energy drinks. That's what kept me alive.
I'm sure a lot of the crew was in similar situations. So how was the blood sugar management of the emotions going during that time?
I just depended. I mean, it's an ebb and a flow. You try to stay calm and diffuse situations. I was assigned the duty of keeping the mechanic from leaving, which I almost managed to maintain through the whole trip, but didn't quite make it.
So you lost your mechanic at how many days into the ride?
5.5, the middle of the night, because that was right around day 5, because losing the mechanic led to the debacle with me in the car with the person that didn't know how to read the map, who sent me 4 hours out of the way.
So the mechanic left in the middle of the night, day 5.5. You guys are going from one end of the country to the other end of the country. Did he just get out the car and just start walking? Where did he go? How did he get home?
He had his own bike, so it was one of the backup tandems.
So he rode a tandem.
Yeah,
by himself in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And he's probably by the Appalachians right now.
We weren't quite there.
But he lives in California.
Were we into Missouri? No, we weren't. He was gone by Missouri. He was gone by.
And he lives in California.
Yes, but he was going to Kentucky.